Oh, okay. Well, you can hear me, and now you can't see me. Holy shit, this is so much fun. Okay, at least you can hear me, and at least I can explain. Hold on, I just need to fix the camera. It's relatively easy, this one. Okay. Ugh. Didn't realize it was going to cause that many problems. Completely, no, like, just overlooked that possibility. Okay, yeah, quick explanation. I tried to cover everything. It's not even doing the best of jobs either. I tried to cover everything that I could think of, because I did change my graphics card, which meant that I did have to unplug everything and then plug it all back in, and that usually causes problems, and then also changing the graphics card can cause some problems as well. Notably, I use an audio processing application from NVIDIA called NVIDIA Broadcast in order to try and remove some of the room echo and the background noise, like the air conditioner, which uses some of the graphics card to do that for me. And yeah, I did not realize, first of all, that the app itself, NVIDIA Broadcast, wasn't keeping itself up to date. Who builds an application that doesn't have an auto updater in the year 2023? Like, what the fuck? And then yeah, once I manually updated that, because apparently, you know, the other one I had wasn't able to work with my hardware configuration, aka the new graphics card. Once I updated that, I had to actually close the stream, close Streamlabs, and then open it back up again in order to get it to recognize that as the audio input for the microphone. So here we are. How's everyone doing? I hope we're all having a good night. I am tired. I am very tired. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I've had a long fucking week, and I'm just exhausted, as it were. Because, yeah, things just have gone very weirdly this week. I know I mentioned some of the weird, dumb insurance, but not the insurance company's fault, but insurance stuff for my surgery from our last stream on Tuesday. They got resolved. The official final nail in said coffin of resolving this issue literally happened at 8:38, like literally 20 minutes ago, when I got an email confirmation from my insurance that yes, they do indeed only require these two letters that I already have, instead of requiring a psychiatrist or a psychologist with a doctorate to provide one of them. Which, for some reason, the surgeon's office didn't believe me at first, and when I called them today to try and explain, they said it was no big deal and they would submit it as I wished. Basically kind of saying, like, you know, we don't think that this will be accepted, but we'll do it your way anyway. I'm kind of like, that is literally what I told you from the beginning. So it's been like 2-3 days of stress, and I'm just like finally coming down off it, I think. Oh no. Rock climbing in the morning and tacos and drinks with a friend. That sounds lovely. I'm going camping next week. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna bring lots of booze. I have half the booze here, and the other half is actually in my office at work, so I had to buy it at a place of work, near work. One of the only 2 liquor stores in the whole city that had any. Happened to be down the street from where I work, so I rode over, but then came back with 4 packs of booze. But anyway, I'm tired. As tired as I am very excited about playing this game. So I know that I've said I want to like come back and reevaluate each one of these on its own merits and all of this high-minded stuff. And I'm not making a huge secret going into some of these games that I enjoy some of them more than others, or I don't remember enjoying them that much. I have had times, however, I am trying to judge them completely objectively. I am trying to judge all of the games objectively as we go. And I think I'm doing a decent job of that, to be honest. I think I'm doing an okay job. It is my ranking after all. But there are a couple of games, you know, like Capucay, for instance, where I remember it being a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable than it really is. And looking at it through that lens, I was like, I may have a soft spot for this game. I don't really know why, but it's not fun. And here are the reasons why. And we ranked it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pass on expressing some enthusiasm ahead of games that I know I like Phantom of Venice, which is one of my favorites. I think it's one of my favorites. I've been catching myself singing the music for the last 2 days. So also the soundtrack's going to get a good higher marks because that music is fucking ingrained in my brain. Like, it's good. And there's some stuff that's hidden on the soundtrack that probably isn't in the game, actually, but I will point it out. Yeah, no, it's not in the game. I'm thinking it through. Yeah, it's not in the game very specifically. It's only in the game files, weirdly enough, which means you can find it on YouTube as like part of the game soundtrack because people have ripped it out of the files, but it is not officially part of the game. And it's a shame because it's a fucking good track. Anyway, won't go any further. That's going to be a surprise you'll have to deal with for next week or later. I'm not sure. Depends on exactly what ends up happening on tonight's stream, I suppose. Anywho, I am excited about this game. And especially after the last 3 games that we played where they've been like successive duds for one reason or another. It's going to be nice to play a real Nancy Drew game that feels good again. So, I'm not going to hold you all in too much suspense. I am wearing my very European striped tank top that gives me very French Riviera vibes, but we're going to pretend it's gondolier today. I didn't put a kerchief on. I should have put a kerchief around my thing. I have a big hat. I should have brought a hat. Oh well, next time maybe. Oop, that's stuck. What was that? And I am drinking ginger and orangello. So homemade orangello, no less. So we are in the Italian spirit, as it were. It's time for Il Fantoma di Venezia. Aha. Venezia. Sorry, whatever. I don't know why I mouse-tunalized it. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Boop. Alright, you should be able to hear the game now. Please tell me you can hear the game. Okay, cool.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
That was Winter out, right? Winter in River Heights. And we didn't have the weird staircase animation, which is appreciated. Whales rule, and so Deception Island and Brain Haunted Carousel, Jesus Christ. And we've got Secret of the Scarlet Hand over here. So cool. Cool. I know, right? You're either gonna love this or you're gonna hate this. I'm not sure which.
Thanks to Prudence Rutherford, the wealthy socialite whose necklace I helped recover while solving that scarlet hand case a while back, I'm on my way to Venice, Italy.
We've run into her a couple of times
Someone
now.
has been dressing up in a mask and cape and stealing valuable pieces of art. The news media call him the Phantom, not only because of the way he dresses, but because he leaves behind so few clues. Prudence, who loves Venice and belongs to an organization dedicated to preserving the city's art, is outraged the thief hasn't been caught yet. So she talked someone she knows at the GDIF, the Italian version of our FBI, into having me help the police in their investigation. She arranged for me to stay in Venice in the palazzo she used to own, which now belongs to a well-to-do widow named Margherita Faubourg. Beyond that, all I
La
know is
Contessa.
I'll be working undercover, and as soon as I arrive, the police will send me something that will lead me to my assignment. What it will be, I have no idea. But am I excited? Oh, see.
So yes, I am just starting it. Also, hi, Hopeful Rabbit. I don't think I've seen you around before, but if I have, I don't remember. I'm so sorry. But I am playing through all of the Nancy Drew games. This has got to be the like 6th or 7th time that I've played through all of them. I don't even know anymore. But like, I've only played them all on stream once before, but I'm always being asked by everyone in like Clue Crew, what is my ranking of the games? Like, where do I rank them? And I've never had an answer, so I've decided that I'm going to do a tier list. Not quite a ranking, but pretty close. Especially because I'm ranking them within each tier as well, so it kind of works as a ranking anyway. So yeah, I'm doing a tier list, one with the soundtracks and one with the game as a whole. So that includes soundtracks, characters, writing, story, mechanics, puzzles, etc. So, but yeah. Il Fantoma. Didn't need that. Maybe. We'll see how well I do. Problem being that I am classically trained musician, which means I know how to pronounce a lot of European languages, but don't really know what a lot of them mean. Words.
Let me out of here! Hey! Open the door!
Freeze frame. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Not looking good. What the heck happened? This case started out so well. I mean, what could be better than waking up in Venice, Italy?
We love a bookend. Welcome to Canos Costa. She looks like she's having a fun time. Venice is so beautiful this time of year. Hilda, I found some lovely mosaics I picked up from friends on your way. Sunshine. Hold on. Beautiful. Grüß auswendig. Okay, so this is from Helena. To Nina, that makes sense. The weather is beautiful, and thank you. No, I'm thankful for that. I found a beautiful Frederica, and Frederica knows Übernachten. Shit, hold on. When you come next Monday. Huh, okay. Not terribly interesting. Basic. But what I do find funny about this is sending it to Nina at 991 Luftballons. Hamburg. Also not terribly interesting. Sperg, 66 Strasse. Okay. Alright, well, that's boring.
Did that.
Did that. Go call people in a minute. Cool. Welcome to Venice. Staying right on the canal, no less. Excellent.
Let's see, what should I wear?
And we can change her clothes. Oh. And we're gonna take those fucking mom jeans off, please and thank you. That's not much better, but... Girl. Mom jeans. Well, I mostly hate it, but we'll make it work for now. Bobby pins. Those will be useful later, I'm sure. I have no Italian in me at all, but I appreciate a good game like this one.
I wonder what a num-num is.
Okay. Shower thoughts with Nancy. An interactive guide to Venice. It's a book, though. How Venice was built. 118 small islands. Pilings made of oak and pine wood deep into the subsoil until they hit compacted clay. Built houses on top of the pilings. Natural canals. 409 bridges. Some of the bridges that are built over smaller canals are actually privately owned, which means tolls can be charged by the private owners. And some of the smaller bridges have neither roofs nor walls, so crossing them at night often proves incredibly challenging and wet. Good. Major sights of Venice. Grand Canal, Vaporettos, gondolas, and water taxis. Piazza San Marco, Basilica di San Marco, Byzantine, Romanesque, and Arabesque architectural styles. Bronze horses, Byzantium during the Fourth Crusade. Doge's Palace, opulent lifestyle, the Dukes of Venice enjoyed till the Venetian Republic ended in the 18th century. The Campanile was built next to the Basilica, tallest structure in Venice, affords spectacular views of the city. Rialto Bridge, Grand Canal, Ponte dei Sospiri, Museo, Gallery, continuing, gelato. You know, the next most important thing, besides historical landmarks. Less butterfat, less air. Gelato's amazing, we know this. Commedia dell'arte, 15th through the 18th century, improvisational theater. 10 people, 7 men and 3 women. And there's an outline with basic plot, and then everybody just plays stock characters, which are done by masks, which will come into play at some point, which we will not mess with. Carnival. And look, they even...
Rosso, bianco, nero, giallo, blu, verde, parete, porta.
Very excited about that. But we're good. Okay. Let's make some phone calls.
Hello, Margarita. What is it now?
Hello, Miss Rutherford. This is...
I know who this is. It says so right on my phone. But if you're calling because yet another thingamajiggy has supposed to woozy-wats it there in the casa, you might as well hang up right now. The Canis Coast is yours, and much as it torments me to see her maimed by all your penny-pinching posturing, I'll not give you one more cent for repairs, not a one!
But this isn't Margarita. It's Nancy Drew.
Nonsense! If you were Nancy Drew, my phone would say Nancy Drew, but it doesn't. It says Margarita Faubourg just as clear as day, and my phone is never, ever wrong about such things. It's a true miracle of modern science.
It
Fucking
says
boomers, man.
Faubourg because I'm calling from the Canis Costa. It's not really a miracle, Miss Rutherford. It's just caller ID.
Enough, Margarita! I insist you drop this silly ruse right now! And whatever have you done with that wonderful Italian accent of yours? I dare say it was your most charming feature. Now you sound like a common American teenager. Would you stop waving your arms like that? It's enormously distracting. I really must go. My assistant appears to be having some sort of conniption. Really?
Miss Piggy, oh my god. Oh.
Yes, Miss Rutherford, it's me, Nancy Drew. You asked me to call you when I got to Venice and was all...
Sorry, this is simply too disconcerting to have this cool ID screen on my phone say you're Margarita, and to have you say you're Nancy. Is there nothing can be done? This is intolerable. Ah. My assistant covered the display with kerchief. A clean... So,
Kim.
how goes the case?
Prudence.
Brassica said he was going to send you a parcel. Has it arrived?
Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't checked yet.
You really must get to work, Nancy. As the chairwoman of the Society for the Protection and Renovation of Venetian Antiquities and Culture, I am outraged at these thefts of Venice's most cherished treasures. I talked you up quite a bit, you know. Both the G
She's the
and the local gendarmerie.
chairwoman.
Great things from you. As am I.
She's American.
This phantom scoundrel captured more than I do.
I'm flattered, Miss Rutherford, and I'll do my best. But it's not like I'm a superhero or anything. Like I told you, I just like solving mysteries.
She just likes it.
That you solve this one in a timely fashion, dear. We leave on a cruise in 2 weeks, and I shan't be able to enjoy a second of it until I know all those stolen works of art have been recovered.
I'll let
All
you
of them. All right.
whatever it is you're doing.
As it happens, I'm writing my memoirs. They shall be
Another one?
The Principles of Prudence. Unfortunately, this has
Found a
necessitated...
book of yours at the Beaulay's house.
You really must stop thinking bad thoughts about Ginger. Yes, you are. Just look how she's shaking. The other day, poor Ginger mistook the shapeless lump of leather my assistant called her purse.
That's a fair point. She seems to be on the board of everything.
Still a bit perturbed. Although, believe you me, Ginger did her a massive favor. Anyway, if you ever cannot reach me, it means we are hard at work. Bonne chance.
Bye, then. All right, well. Let's call the boy toy. Did I mess up? I think I messed up. Hello, my whipped significant other.
Hi, this is Ned. I can't answer the phone right now, so either leave me a message or just call me back. Bye.
I'll call back when I have more to report.
That kind of sounds amazing. That's great. And ironically, the Nancy Drew Classic series were all published with yellow covers. I think I also remember something about that with Agatha Christie as well. Yellow was just a very popular common color for mysteries for some reason.
Hello, you must be the American Margarita mentioned. I'm Colin Baxter.
I'm Nancy Drew.
If you're looking for Margarita, she's up on the Altana, the rooftop garden.
I never noticed this before. Same actor as Hugh Pendleton. It's just Hugh Pendleton with a slightly lower class accent, and by lower class I mean it sounds vaguely more normal and less hello.
What are you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
Right now I'm restoring this 14th century mosaic, which means, without getting overly technical, I'm cleaning the tesserae that remain in place, repairing those that have been damaged, and replacing those that are missing with new ones custom crafted to match.
A very unique taste in fashion. The person was probably like, you know, an actual designer and not whatever the hell Prudence wears or carries. Like, it was a basic Coach bag and Prudence was like, this is disgusting. Oh! Had it replaced with a Minette original from prison.
Is Margarita paying you to do this?
She is indeed. As little as possible, of course, but just between you and me, I do this for free. I became fascinated with art in general and mosaics in particular when I was at Oxford. Oxford University. That's where I'm from, actually.
Just the university, not the... Okay.
That's where I was born. I live here now and intend to do so for a very long while. Although I say that with no small amount of guilt.
Why do you feel guilty?
People like me and Helena are the reason true Venetians are slowly going extinct. We foreigners come to Venice, fall in love with her, and wind up staying. High demand for food and housing results in high prices, which in many cases means the people who were born here have to leave because they can no longer afford to live here.
Mm-hmm, that's called gentrification, darling.
That way I would feel entitled to live here, and I would know how to speak Italian.
You
Whoa.
don't speak Italian?
Much as it shames me to admit it, no. Languages don't come easily to me. And since I am able to do
You know,
without knowing Italian,
same.
I have some slides of various tesserae. Not only are they enormously informative, but they're also quite beautiful. Would you like to see them?
Who wants to see some tesserae?
Marvelous. Here we go. What a luscious shade of lilac.
Beautiful.
If you like indigo, this one's for you.
Ooh, spicy.
What a luscious shade of lilac.
You already said that, darling, and it is a different kind of lilac. This one's more of a
This one is fantastic.
periwinkle. Mm-hmm.
I adore this shade of crimson.
Crimson? Okay.
I adore this shade of crimson.
See, that's more crimson, but also
Orange until I saw this tessera. I adore this shade of crimson.
we're gonna say crimson 3 times in a row.
I'm mad about this one.
This man will absolutely
Green may just be my favorite color.
ejaculate all over a mosaic if he could. Like, this man would.
I'm mad about this one.
Tell me that I'm wrong. Listen to the voice.
Fantastic.
Okay, that one's more excited, but like some of these other ones, he's just way too into this.
Look at that. It couldn't be more perfect.
Uh-huh.
Outstanding color.
Like when he's like, I'm just mad about this one.
Sometimes red is simply breathtaking.
What an amazing color of crimson.
Be my favorite color.
That green?
Outstanding color.
It's white, dude. It's white.
Now that's what I call violet.
That's the same as the lilac one from earlier that we saw.
Lovely.
Oh, I know.
Scarlet.
I'm just letting him go. Mostly because I'm judging him the whole time.
I adore this shade of crimson.
That right there, it's so awkwardly sensual.
Color.
Ooh, that's so creepy. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta do.
I should probably get going.
Very well. I thought I had at long last found a kindred spirit, someone who shared my passion for beauty, for art, but you apparently are like everyone else, interested only in what something is worth instead of what it offers the soul.
No, please. I'd stay, but I really do need to be somewhere. Believe me, I think what you're doing is fascinating, and you obviously really know your stuff. In fact, that figurine
Fragile
in front of you, I've been
ego.
trying to ask you about it. It's exquisite.
What, this statuette? Yes, it is exquisite. It's an example of late Etruscan bronze work, no doubt cast some 2,200 years ago. I'm not sure how Margarita came to own it, but she's very fortunate. It's almost impossible to find bronzetti of this quality outside a museum.
Incredibly insecure.
They conquered the Etruscans, the ancient Romans...
You have to stroke that ego on a regular basis.
...statues like this just so they could make coins.
Interesting. Shoot, I wish I had time to hear more.
No, you go on. We can talk more later.
You seem so upset.
Just delivered for you. It's by the door.
Thank you.
And he saw fit to wait to mention that until right then. Honey June? Really? Oh. Oh man, there are some words in here that I do not know. Yeah. Okay. Wants a job in the International Space Station. Interesting that... I don't think job was a German word, but okay. It's almost like... Interesting. They're like profiles. I mean, the title is Interesting People. So, Sunny June, Mr. Krollmeister. Rosetta de Bene. Okay. Margarita Faulberg. Okay. Colin Baxter. Ideas for articles. Global warming in Venice. Types of something tourists in Venice. Tagesablauf? Tagesablauf, that's what I don't know. So I'm gonna go day. Days. But tourists in Venice. Okay. Anyway, moving on. We'll get a translator thing. I'm just trying to remember my German. Which obviously I'm not doing well at. Where do Venetians know to swim? Where do they swim? Where Venetians go on vacation, where do they go? Or travel? Auswirkungen der Tauben auf Venedig. That one I don't know. The Phantasma. Venetian blinds are rolling blinds. Beautiful. I'm so glad there's that question. The last time I saw these, they were poison. So Aha.
Nancy, you are up. Come talk to me. Buongiorno. And again, welcome to Carnas Costa. I see you finally decided to get up.
Actually, I've been up for a while.
Good for you. I got up, showered, and came straight up here. If it's a daytime and it's sunny, no matter the time of year, this is where you will find me. They say the sun gives you wrinkles and worse. And that may be true, but it also makes you tan. To me, to be tan is good.
Worse. Cancer. It's cancer.
Oh, yes, the room is wonderful.
You do not mind having a roommate?
Not at all.
Ah, you are just being polite. The last thing a young lady wants when she is on holiday is a roommate. I warned Prudence that you would have to share a room, but she said you had to come to Venezia this week and you had to stay here. And as we both know, what Prudence wants, Prudence gets. Have you gone outside the car yet?
No, not yet.
Just do not forget to take your key and lock the front door whenever you leave. This is not the Palazzo Grassi, but I do have several valuable pieces of art. And with Il Fantasma, this phantom thief, running around and stealing everything, I prefer not to take any chances.
How long have you lived here?
Almost 2 years. 2 wonderful but very expensive years. The city expects homeowners like me to maintain these old buildings. But who pays for everything? We do. The Restoration Council gives us nothing, not 1 single euro. It is criminal.
Miss Rutherford, Prudence, she led me to believe you had a lot of money.
You missed the point. Just because I can afford to pay does not mean I should. It is the...
You?
Principle. It is the principle of the thing. Besides, being rich is something I like. If I am all the time spending money, I will soon be unrich.
Well, I could help you with that. Being unrich, I mean.
I met the guy who's restoring the big mosaic in the main room.
Come on.
He's pretty intense.
Colin Baxter? I do not know how any man can find happiness looking at pieces of painted rock all day. Talking to him, it's like taking a sleeping pill. Que barba. But they say he is good, and so he works for me.
Who are they?
Everyone I know. All my friends own castles like this one. And since something is always in need of repair, we are constantly on the lookout for good workmen. And when we find them, we trade them back and forth like you Americans trade recipes for cookies. Olivia von Hellstein raved about the work he did for her. And what is good enough for the Countess of Schlosselbeck is more than good enough for me.
Guess I'll be going.
Good, good.
I can get tan, it's just like a whole thing.
Write that for you to read.
Then you should not have left it out for me to read. Do you not have a bag or anywhere else in your entire fucking house that you could put something? You're sure.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Here, I'll get those.
Hildegard Killian.
You must be my newly arrived roommate. I'm Helena.
Hildegard Killian?
Nancy Drew. Sorry for all the commotion when I came in last night. My plane got in 3 hours late.
No need to worry about waking me up. I can sleep through almost anything. Well, I'm sure you have things to do and places to go, so I won't keep you. Oh, by the way, there's a parcel for you in the entryway. Ciao.
The animation still leaves a little to be desired. Chalice of Saint Gervais. Convent of Saint Gervais, legendary jewel-encrusted chalice of the saint, after which the convent was named. Sometime between midnight and 5 a.m. That's a fucking block of time right there. 50,000 euros. State-of-the-art security system. We're going to catch him. Allegedly removed from the saint and martyred Saint Gervais almost 1800 years ago, the chalice is solid gold and encrusted with jewels. Most notable are the patterns of rubies and emeralds, which form the letter G on one side and P on the other. According to legend, the chalice was originally made of tin and was shared by Gervais and his twin brother, Protas. When, upon its removal from Gervais' grave, the tin cup was miraculously transformed into the chalice. Okay. Banco del Oro. Gold bank. Well, before we do that, let's go quiz what's-her-face.
Hello, Nancy, right? So, how do you like Venice?
Oh, it's incredible.
She looks so concerned all the time.
Fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful, and there's so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
You know how, oh god, what's the name of the dog breed? Oh, the long ones. Long face talk. Gonna pop up right away. Oh no, it's not telling me. Yeah, those ones. These ones. Borzois. Yeah. Giving me very... Thank you, Shy Leviathan, and welcome to the chat. She's giving me very Borzoi chat. Borzoi vibes. Like, just... Whoop. Just whoop. Whoop. Like, the eyes and the... Whoop. Her mouth looks like it's about to pop open. Like, she's holding her mouth together with just the sheer force of will with her lips. But, you know...
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
Okay, well then we're gonna have to ask, what do you do for a living?
For a living.
I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in
And you're
Hamburg,
gonna afford
where the offices of your event magazine are.
a
I do
palazzo.
most of the writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Here, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
You don't want to know where the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
Wow. Fucking
I
wrecked.
see.
Oh, but you could tell me what your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde about it that's quite charming.
She is a journalist, and she is going to afford her own Venetian palazzo. What, when she's retiring? Like, what? How?
What do you
When?
think about all this phantom thief stuff?
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think it's great. A caped figure darting down walkways beside moonlit canals, melting mist-like into the shadows, escaping not with stolen money, but stolen art. It's all just so wonderfully Venetian.
Have you written about it?
I'm working on a piece for your Welt, yes. I tried to tell them I was here on holiday, but when they agreed to pay half my expenses in addition to my normal fee, how could I refuse?
Okay, that's not bad.
As far as crime sprees go, this one is rather refreshing. Il Fantasma hasn't physically hurt anyone, and has some very interesting ideas when it comes to what's worth stealing. In fact, it's altogether possible this phantom could turn out to be a woman. Whew! That would be a story I'd write for free.
Never undersell your own work, honey. I have played Nancy Drew games quite often before. This, I've lost count. I've only streamed them once before, and this is the second time around that I've streamed them. But I have played all of them anywhere between, like, 4, 5 to, like, 7, 8, maybe even 10 times. I am hardcore into this series like nobody's business, but I am definitely I'm doing this run because this run, not this one, but this whole run of all of them, specifically to rank them at this point. But also because it's been, you know, a couple years since I streamed it last. They're always worth coming back to every once in a while. They're so much fun. I've definitely got a favorite. It is Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Easily my favorite. And I'm going to be honest with you, that one's not going to get lodged from the top spot. So if anyone's here trying to figure out what number one is going to end up being at the end of all this, it's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. That's it. It's so good. It's so good. The music is fire. The characters are amazing. The story is bonkers but makes sense. It's socially impactful, like asks some really tough questions about ethics and how we are in our modern world, like really nicely done stuff, and is actually educational. So, you know, gotta be honest, it's great. I love it. And then the ending is fucking bizarre. Oh, not in like the bad way, because there are some bizarre endings in this series that are bad, but like it was definitely bizarre.
For your story on
The
this
Greek chorus thing.
This case is so huge, the police are swamped. Apparently, they've got people coming in from all over the world to help track down leads.
Oh, you wouldn't? That's me.
Busy to give me the time of day, let alone a juicy tip. However, one of my non-police sources just told me something very interesting. He said the word on the street is that the next thing the thief steals is going to be a person.
He's going to kidnap someone?
A very wealthy someone. At least, that's the rumor.
Oh yeah, no. So the story that I always like to tell about Nancy Drew and what I learned from it, like, because there are a bunch of times where I'll be like, do you know how I learned? Like, I'll turn to my boyfriend and I'll be like, do you know how I learned that? It's like, what? Nancy Drew. And I can name exactly what game and how I know it. But the one that really hit me, that like has stuck with me, was the beginning of, so I'm also really big into the Tomb Raider series, mostly from the Legend series is what I really got into, and that's my bread and butter. I've played some of the classic games. They're a little clunky for me personally. I was not a PC gamer back then. I was a kid. So like mouse and keyboard, I'm not a big fan of it. For those kinds of games, I much prefer a controller, and it doesn't really work terribly well with the controller. Also, they're just clunky. Anyway, the new trilogy, the Survivor trilogy, I have enjoyed it. Not as much as the Legend trilogy, but I still really have enjoyed it. And when I got to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which takes place in Central and South America, and deals with Incan, Mayan, and Aztec cultures, there's a whole part with the Mayan calendar right at the beginning, and like it's a puzzle that Lara has to solve, and the game will basically hold your hand and carry you through it. But I also just knew the answer because I knew how to count in the Mayan. I knew how to count using the number system, and so I was just like, hold on, this is like 90s feminist power hour, because I am solving a puzzle in a Tomb Raider game using knowledge that I got from a Nancy Drew game. Like, it doesn't get any more girl power than that right there. It was fucking great. Seriously, the game didn't have to give me any hints at all, and I just started solving it. And, like, Lara was trying to say things to like help me along, and I was like solving the puzzle while she was like, if I move this first one, oh, I see, the dots are 1 and the dashes are 5, and I'm like halfway finished at that point. And it's like, Lara, shut up, it's okay. Let me take it, it's fine.
Do you talk to Colin Baxter very much?
I try to talk to him, but he's so focused on his work. Having a decent conversation with him is virtually impossible. Once, out of politeness, I feigned an interest in what he was doing, and the next thing I knew...
He was showing you his Tesserae slides.
Yes! They went on and on and on!
She talks about it like it was Vietnam.
Seabird that had landed in an oil slick and couldn't fly away. The only way I could escape was to confess that I found the slides less than fascinating, which hurt his feelings terribly, I'm afraid, but it couldn't be helped.
Nancy jumps in and is like, he started showing you his Tesserae sides, and her follow-up is just, yes. Like, just flashbacks to the war zone in that moment.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
The man is obsessed, which is a shame, really. After all, he's not bad looking, and there's a touch of intrigue about him.
Ooh.
Once, while he was working, his cell phone rang. He immediately left the room to take the call, but as he was leaving, he picked up by saying, "This is Justin." Not Colin. Justin.
Are you sure?
Positive. Don't forget, getting the facts right is how I make my living. It's been a pleasure. Pretty locket.
Thank you. My boyfriend gave it to me.
Boyfriend. You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
So she works for Eurovelt magazine. Not news. Magazine. Hate to say it. Not that journalists are inherently, but like, getting the information correct is part of your job. So, oh yeah, I definitely know how this ends.
Hello.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but
Do you live here?
I remember them all.
I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Okay, Hugh.
Be running along.
I'm going to start just calling him Hugh.
What's whose name?
The bloke who gave you that locket you're wearing.
Oh, Ned.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Okay. Goodbye. So freaking creepy.
Hello again. Do you always wear that locket?
Do you like it?
It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like dirt on a white rug.
My room.
And that outfit isn't true beauty, but okay.
Stay here a lot.
This is the first time. I met her at a party with Rosetta Del Bene.
There we go. Okay.
Elena found out where I lived. She practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Does she really know as much about Venice as she claims?
She knows a lot, more than your average tourist, Senz'altro. But that is all she truly is. A tourist from Hamburg, no matter how much she wants people to think otherwise. She's what you call a social climber. Always asking me about parties. When they are, where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say to get in. Che schifo! The upper class of Venezia is closed to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Guess I'll be going.
Bella roba.
Something, something, you're not really from Boston unless you're from Boston and your family's lived here for 12 generations and you founded the city of Boston and etc. Something, something. Feels very, yeah. Yes, I have. So, Curse of Blackmore Manor is also one of my favorites on a certain level, if only because I don't know if I still can apply this label, but Teaboo is what I have called myself for a while at this point. When I was in like middle school, high school, I became absolutely obsessed with England, maybe even before that, but obsessed with England, especially the nobility and the structure of the nobility, the monarchy, etc., social status, very much in the late Victorian, early Edwardian era. And so like hitting Blackmore Manor, okay, and I went on these rants on stream. You can actually check them out on YouTube. I'll have to see if I can clip them because they're just, I went on several rants about the problem that I have with Blackmore Manor. There are several. I cannot pretend that it's like the best game ever. And it is close and dear to me in a lot of ways, but like the biggest ones being that there is so much. It's Nancy Drew's first abroad mystery, and it's very clear that they didn't have someone on hand to like help them with some of the obvious parts of how the nobility works, the landed gentry in the UK work, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense. There's so much of it that doesn't make any sense, and they try to explain it in like they try to explain a good chunk of it in a kind of half-assed letter, like 2/3 the way through the game or something like that, halfway through, 2/3, somewhere around there, where like one of the ancestors of the Penvillan family is all of a sudden like, I'm going to make sure that my legacy lives on by making sure that anyone can inherit. It's equal primogeniture, and also everyone needs to make their own coat of arms, because the coat of arms will be the key to how it, everyone can figure out the puzzles going forward, and you add to it by adding your own coat of arms, your own puzzle. And I'm like, no, that's not, you can't just make your own coat of arms. Like, up to a certain point you could, but after a certain point you could not. But then it wouldn't be yours individually, it would be your family's. And while you could change your families to a certain degree, given like if you had one already and you married someone else that didn't have one, like they could create one and then you could quarter it. Or if they already had one, you could quarter it. Like, but like, yeah. So that was big thing number one. I won't go too far into it because I already did this. But the other big one was the whole equal primogeniture. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that paternal primogeniture is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Passing you through the male line is pointless. It does nothing. It limits the availability and viability of families in the way that these families use use their familial relations as currency. It limits that inherently. It just absolutely destroys them. So real world problems aside, we can't just pretend that English law doesn't exist or didn't exist when this whole family line was continuing onward. We couldn't say that, yes, it's just going to continue through whoever was born first. Anyone can inherit, because it's just not how it fucking works, and it's not how it worked for a long period of time. The family would have been outcasts on almost every level and probably would have died out because they wouldn't have been able to marry. Then going a step further, like, there is the concept of the ward, but the ward isn't necessarily going to be the heir in any instance. So Bridget, for instance, would not have inherited the estate. And by Bridget not actually being of the family, that technically means that the Penvillan family is dead. It's gone. No one in the Penvillan family is actually a Penvillan. They're technically don't really have a family name, because again, Bridget wasn't actually formally adopted. She was just a ward. Whatever. And then the other big one is the whole no servants thing, which I understand was a technical limitation of the game and the engine. They didn't want to have to try and create a bunch of servants. Was I thinking Eleanor? You might be right. I am thinking of Eleanor. You're right. Sorry. Bridget's the name that sticks out in my head because Bridget with her eyes so bright. Which I hate that song, but mostly because I just hate hearing it all the time in that game. So the game limitation was to prevent, having to create too many models, too many characters, too many voiced people who could potentially be suspects, and therefore they tried to make the lack of servants a feature of the family and not an intrinsic in the moment thing. It's made very clear to me as someone who knows enough about this. First, also, we're not going to get into the architecture of the house and how it makes no fucking sense. But it's made very clear to me, knowing what the nobles of the UK went through, that the Penvillan family still has a shitload of money somehow. Because Hugh Penvillan is working a government job, basically an ambassador, not able to make a lot, but he can't really be an ambassador because he's not actually living, taking residence in the country that he is an ambassador to. So he is, you know, not working a very high paying government job, and he is the only person who is making any money for the family, and ergo the family must have money, which means they got through the age of industrialization and World War One with their assets intact and somehow managed to hold on to whatever they were. And so to not have servants doesn't make sense from a money standpoint. You can't say even that they're covering because they don't have money and can't afford servants. They obviously have the money. They won't hire servants because they're independent. But again, that's then explained as a feature of the Penvillin family throughout all these generations, including the Victorian era, where it was required that you would have a household staff that could support a house of that size and any and all guests that would show up at any and all times, including in some cases a royal visit. If they were landed gentry that had that much wealth and that much power, they would probably have been visited by the royal family at some point. And you don't just go to the kitchen and make the queen some cookies. Like, you have to have a kitchen staff, you have to have maids and footmen. It's like, I don't know, it broke my mind on so many different levels because I just know too much about this topic that I was playing it and I'm just like, that's not how it works. No, stop. So, you know, that whole thing. Hi. Oh, hold on. Live a lot. Okay, I was... my eyes hurt. Wow. I mixed the I and the L in the beginning of your name, and so I almost was like, Ill-a-lot, but live a lot. So, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I kind of had to let things go. That's honestly what ended up having to happen. I had to just let things go and just let it happen, and it was fine. And that's my rant. It's now 10 o'clock and I haven't left the car yet. Fuck me. Okay. We're going to the bank in the Piazza San Marco. Oh, right. You have to do the thing. Oh, I know this. Yes. Right. We're going to take Luigi. Luigi's silent. I'm here for silence right now, so... Oh, I could have gone this faster. Oh well. Oh, there's the Doge's Palace, and there's the tower. How great. Oh, that's a book stand. Wah, 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 wah. The Mayan glyph something. I can't read any more of it, but I really hope that that's written by Henrik. That's all I gotta say. Ah, Eurovelt. And it only costs €5? They're paying half her expenses. Aha! Deutsch!
Mia sorella ha avuto un figlio ieri, lo sapevi, Giuseppe? No? No? Pesa 30 kg. 30.
That's not creepy at all.
È grosso. Un elefante. È un po' pesante.
Beep boop, beep boop. Ah. After you read this, you will be provided with a pair of binoculars and a PDA, and then the ATM will self-destruct. Now, using the binoculars, you will watch Antonio Fango, a suspect in the recent thefts attributed to the Phantom, a C-crime dossier. The window in his office of the Argonne building, a noble gas. Campo de Frari can be clearly seen from the rooftop of Canascosa, see photo above. The surveillance team at the entrance to the Argonne building will page you via the PDA whenever Fango enters. An audio signal will alert you to his arrival. Light on the PDA will remain on as long as he's in the building. Any suspicious or unusual activity should be reported immediately to the PDA. Press the call button on the PDA keypad to reach your contact, Detective Sofia Leparace. Background: Antonio Demetrius Fango. Born in Genoa, June 1st, 1972, kicked out of Politecnico. There it is. Politecnico Tesla. Okay, Tesla Polytechnic. For cheating in December 1993. Hey, I was a year old. I know, right? That man stealing my heart. Moved to Venice from Milan in March 2006. Custom designs and installs communication entertainment systems for homes and businesses through his company, Sonitrico? Sole employee. I think you mean owner and operator? I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could say besides sole employee. After the theft of the Doge's sword, Venice police received a tip that Fango may have been involved. Wiretaps and surveillance of a business and apartment have revealed nothing out of the ordinary. His contact with people is limited. About once a week, he buys an assortment of chocolates, rarely eats out, often takes long, random, unaccompanied walks, and has no criminal record. Ooh. I was not done? You wanted me to read the dossier, but you didn't let me read the dossier. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Crime dossier summary of crimes attributed to the Phantom. Successful disabling of complex alarm systems and lack of crime scene evidence make these thefts similar to those committed by the Leo Macchiano theft ring, where no connection between the Phantom and any member of Macchiano ring has been discovered. 4th of January in Leipzig, Gutenberg Bible. 4th of January, the Leipzig Gutenberg Bible was reported missing from Palazzo Folio. Theft may have occurred days earlier during New Year's Eve party when man was wearing black cape and Brickella mask was seen on the premises, thought to be a party goer. Dream related. Dreams. Ooh. 18th of January, the Doge's sword stolen from an exhibit of the Doge's palace sometime between midnight and 4 a.m. Alarm system appeared to be set but did not go off. No sign of forced entry. Guards saw nothing unusual in security cameras. Cave figure seen on nearby street just after midnight. 22nd of January, original score of Verdi's Rigoletto stolen from La Fenice. Get on that in a minute. Security cameras lost power at 2:16 a.m. When power was restored at 2:18, item was missing. At 2:23, caped figure was wearing Brickella mask that moved past security camera on 3rd floor. No alarms were triggered. No sign of forced entry. Okay, so now we're going to talk about it. So, for those of you who are new to the stream, I am a classically trained musician with 2 degrees in musical performance, and I am a music librarian at one of the most prominent music conservatories in the world. So, I put my weight behind this. Original score? What the fuck is the original score in this particular case? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. If you would say original manuscript, then we would be talking something valuable and interesting, but original score just kind of probably means the first printing of the published work. Doesn't really inspire a lot of, I don't know, it's not that interesting or valuable, to be honest. It's like, cool, you got the first printing of, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess if you have like the first ever printed edition of Lord of the Rings, that's kind of cool, but not really super valuable. But if you had the first handwritten manuscript, which is what they're referring to, they just didn't use the right word. This is ultimately the problem. I know this is a matter of semantics. I'm being a bitch. I'm halfway through this drink of Arancello and ginger ale. I can be, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so, and I'm also just slightly, like, again, I get it, Verdi, everyone knows who Verdi is, but Giuseppe Verdi, Rigoletto, it should be, I don't know, formatting bothers me. Anyway, Rigoletto should be at least in italics, and you should say it's Giuseppe Verdi, not just Verdi. And probably give the opus number if you can, too, because, you know, specify. I only say that especially because there are actually instances where the same theatrical work will be adapted by different composers into operas. A great example, for instance, is Romeo and Juliet. It is both a ballet by Tchaikovsky and a ballet by Prokofiev. Now, those are two prominent composers, and if you just said Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet, you would know which one. That's the that's Tchaikovsky. Man could write a theme, he couldn't develop it to save his life, I swear to God. But it will stick in your mind as he repeats it 30 times in the same piece. And then there's Prokofiev's, you know, if you say Prokofiev, people who know the Prokofiev will know it. Anyway, so, okay, fair. You do know Verdi, though. I guarantee you know Verdi. This is one of those composers that, like, if you've ever seen any Looney Tunes, you've heard Verdi. Or if you've even just, like, heard music. The Dies Irae from Verdi's Requiem Mass. Dies Irae. No, wait, that's Mozart. Fuck. No. Fuck. Ba, 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 ba. That's the Dies Irae from Verdi's Requiem. And then Rigoletto, the Duke's aria, La Donna Immobile. Dun 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 da 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 dun 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 da da da. This is me like going full while singing. But yeah, Verdi's one of those composers that everybody knows, even if you don't know, you know. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, rant over. Hopefully I won't have too many more of those. I don't think there's going to be any more music related things in here. I have heard from some of the leaks, I think, that the next Nancy Drew game will involve the opera. I don't know how I feel about that yet. So, we'll see how that goes. Because I may have things to say, and they will have to tread very carefully on a lot of levels. Yeah, I know that the last Nancy Drew game that's been released here so far, Midnight in Salem, I am greatly looking forward to playing on stream. I remember playing it for the first time ever on stream the last time I did it. I didn't even play it beforehand. It was literally the first time ever. So this next time is going to be the second time ever. So I remember playing it for the first time ever on stream and like kind of losing my shit over time. And that's been one interesting thing that I've been kind of going through this is, you know, wondering with each game that takes place in a location that is either truly specific like Venice or is generally specific. You know, for instance, I have a viewer on here that watched my playthrough of Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which takes place in kind of northeastern rural Pennsylvania. And they live in northeastern rural Pennsylvania and actually went to a place in northeastern rural Pennsylvania called Moon Lake that has nothing to do with Moon Lake in the game and has like no relation whatsoever. Like, there's no state park around it. There's no, you know, 20s parties that were being thrown there. None of that stuff. All fabricated for the game itself. And in both these cases, you know, and with Midnight in Salem for me and Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake for them, it's just kind of this uncanny valley of like, I recognize some of the things you are doing to make this seem like the place that it's supposed to be, but they don't feel quite right. And I've been very curious to kind of get people's perspectives, especially as we go along, if anyone has any of that, right? So, because for me, playing Midnight in Salem is this weird exercise in like, I see what you're trying to do here, but that's not Salem, Massachusetts. I live 40 minutes away from Salem, Massachusetts. There are a lot of problems with this. You know, I think one of the first times I knew something was going to be bad was when one of the characters who's a lawyer is the like character bio that was written was basically something along the lines of like she used to be a big lawyer in the big city in Boston, like high power lawyer, and then she wanted to get away from the city, so she moved to Salem. And I'm sitting there being like, get away from Boston by moving to Salem? You're like a 20-minute train ride. That's not getting away. I guess not 20 minutes, it's still like 30-40 minutes, but still, like, that's not getting away from the city. And you're also moving to just a smaller city. Like, you're still in the Boston metro area, basically. Very weird. Very, very weird. I'm glad you like my energy, and I'm glad you're here for the rants, because we've gotten, like, 5 minutes of actual gameplay here so far. And I'm only going to be streaming for another 45 minutes, so... Woo! It's a good time tonight. Thank you for clipping that, Ragnarok. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake is a pretty good one. I had some issues with it. It was interesting playing it again. I think I rated it relatively highly, though. And I love Art Deco. Anyway, we already heard about the Chalice of Saint Gervais. We don't really need to do any more about that, so we'll back out.
Ciao, this is Nancy Drew.
Yes, is this Detective Leporace?
Hey, she pronounced it correctly. She didn't say Leporace or something like that.
Why do you call? You can also be watching Fongo. He's not in his office.
I know. I just wanted to make sure this PDA thing works.
It is from the GDAF. Military equipment is good. But you are smart to test it, Nancy. And you are good...
It's Italian military equipment, though. Like, how good is it?
The police very busy.
I just hope I can help.
Remember, when you have seen Fongo do something of interest, call me. Ciao.
It is terribly convenient how everyone speaks fluent English, isn't it? Like, everyone. They're so good at it, somehow. Let's explore a little bit more. I want to go to somewhere else, I don't know. Let's go to Campo San... Well, let's go to Rialto Market, actually. Slowly getting there. Come on. Taking a lot of water taxis. Ah, bug sprayer. Nothing terribly interesting here. Move out. Campo San Paolo. Oh, I know, right? She's so quick and easy with it. It's so fast, and it's almost ridiculous how quick it is for her. Well, this is a place. Club Misio.
I need to translate this.
Alright, let's translate it. Dancers wanted. Huh. What could this mean? I've gotta play this, I'm sorry.
If you're here for the dance audition, take a look at the dance instruction book. When you think you're ready, put the cat suit on and get on stage. If you're good enough, you can keep the suit and come by anytime you want and dance for tips. Oh, and if you're not here for the audition, beat it.
Put on the cat suit and dance for tips. Is that right? Dance for tips in a nightclub. I know, right? For tips. Very Michael Jackson, but also like stoned Michael Jackson. Like that man came right out of fucking Woodstock. Hey, what's up, man? Are you here for the audition? Like, put on that cat suit. And if you're like not here, then like get lost, man. Like, okay, all right, you need to chill on the intake of the, you know, like, honey, put it down. Take up some other kind of smoking or something, because like work performance, alertness. Hi, hello, look at me, look, hi, focus, you know. This whole segment's very sus indeed. Okay. You do the monkey at the fuzzy bell sound, and it's yellow. and then you do the cheer at the clap sound, and it's teal. And the sea kid, when there's an ocarina of time, Epona, here's your song, get the fuck right here, and it's orange. The Fens whistle, blue, and the robot buzzer in green, the Bob siren red, and laser twist purple. Yeah. The early 2000s called, and they want their dance samples back. Okay, this is gonna be fine, right?
When the music starts, you start.
The pictures are helpful.
Nice.
This isn't weird at all.
Wow.
Not weird at all. Europeans are weird. This is loud. Almost forgot. Fuck off, dude. Fix your lighting cues.
Great job. Still some rough edges though, so take that costume home and practice. What's your name?
Nancy?
Nancy. Forget it. From now on, your name's Punchy. Punchy LaRue.
Yeah, that works.
Next.
Okay. There would definitely be Gangnam Style in that. You are right, though. Mary Kate and Ashley Girls Night Out on the GPA. Oh my god. It's just... Nancy's a stripper now. That's... Nancy's a stripper now. Could have sworn. Maybe it's not yet. Right, it's not yet. Okay, moving on. Ooh! That almost killed me, so that's fun, you know.
That's my pager. Antonio Fongo is in his office. Time to go to work.
Ah! We do something that is actually something instead of just, you know. Hey, just ignore me.
Too far away to see anything.
Steady hands, Nancy. Steady hands. There, nope, there you go. Okay, all right.
Studying the architecture. All right. That's what I want to be, an architect. So I'm kind of boning up.
You Americans are
Boning up.
busy doing something. Que noia.
He is so fascinating, this man. Hi. Oh, okay. Boyd.
This looks interesting. Better go somewhere private and call Sophia.
No. Oh, okay. That's what we're gonna call private.
Yes, he removed something, kind of studied it, then left the office.
Maybe he is using a trained pigeon to communicate with someone. Yes, this could be true, because we know that by phone he talks to almost no one. Here is what we will do. I will deliver to you a tracking device. You will sneak into Fango's office when he is not there and feed it to the pigeon. After that, you can use your PDA to see in what direction it has flown.
You want me to feed a tracking device to a pigeon?
It will be very, very tiny. But I do not want to leave it at the ATM. If you go there too much, people will get suspicious. So we will leave it for you in the costume store in Campo Santa Maria Formosa. It will be hidden among the things there. You will have to find it.
How will I know what it looks like?
Very soon, I will send a picture of it to your PDA. But you must locate the device quickly. If you do not find it in time, it will destroy itself. If that happens, we will hide another device. Your PDA will show you where we have hidden it.
You want me to feed a tracking device that self-destructs to a pigeon?
The self-destruct mechanism will automatically deactivate when you pick it up. And do not worry. The device will not hurt the pigeon after it is swallowed.
Nancy's out here asking the questions that I have on my mind.
Santa Maria Formosa.
After you
And I suppose I don't trust her because she's like, just pick it up, it'll turn itself off. And I'm like,
where the pigeon goes,
really?
and you must discover what it is carrying. Call me when you know these things. Ciao.
I have a feeling that this pigeon tracker is actually just going to blow my hand off. So, you know. Wait a minute, that looked like a book. Damn it. Why am I over here? Oh, we can't look at said book. What's over here? Ah, there's a door that we cannot open. So I think I saw something up here. I mean, right though, that's honestly the kind of vibe that it gives me. It's like, yeah, it won't harm this one, we're pretty sure, because the last one didn't die. But like, we did test it on several others and they did perish, but the last one didn't die, so you know, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Yeah, it's a failure rate of 96%, but it's that 4% we're counting on. Okay, there we go. Campo Santa Maria Formosa. Easy peasy. We will listen to the gondoliers at some point, I promise. Actually, let's do it now. Well, Timoteo's 15 euros, so hopefully he's good.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placida l'onda, prosper il vento. Venite all'agile, barchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Venite
There's more. Movie maker presentation. Oh my god.
Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
And needs some voice support in that upper register. Just needs a little bit more support from the diaphragm. Then we can talk. Found it. Shablam. Okay. Desperately want to not be wearing the very... Things are not cheap here, though. Wow. Is really it, though? What is that? I can't even tell what that is. Those horns? I don't know how I'm gonna make those two things work, but we're gonna make them work. All right. Ooh, Benito's only €1. I want to hear what the €1 guy sounds like.
Yammon copa, yammoya, finiculi, finicula, finiculi, finicula. Yammoya, finiculi, finicula. Yammoya, finiculi, finicula.
I mean, funny enough, he was actually slightly better than the other guy. Just saying. Ah, it's mean, I know, but sorry. I paid $1. I paid $1 and it was better. We need some money. So let's dance for money, baby.
Dance without my costume.
Do we not have it on hand, or... Ah. Oh, wait a minute. I have my costume. Oh, okay. I see how this is. Hold on. Like, I mean, he wasn't good, but he was having fun and wasn't, I don't know, just seemed like he wasn't presenting himself as terribly good either. So, I mean, it didn't feel like he was pushing too hard. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna put on the cat suit. This is a totally normal thing to do. Totally normal. Very Catwoman.
Hello, Nancy.
I should be running along.
Ciao.
No response.
Ooh, great mask. I like it.
Okay, sure.
What made you decide to stay here this
Just walking to work wearing the cat suit. I know, right? Won't even change there.
October. And when she heard I was going to need a place to stay when I made this trip, she practically begged me to stay here.
Margarita mentioned that you like to go to parties.
I'm sure she had a lot more to say about me than that. I think she's jealous of me. I'm young, I have a career, lots of friends, I can pay my own way. Margarita had to marry a man with money in order to make something of herself.
I'm young, I'm sexy, and beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay, honey, calm down. Take it, reel it in a moment.
Talk to me.
I'm the one wearing the cat suit, all right? Woman of independent means. I'm dancing for money, baby.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll talk to you later.
Hey,
Padronissimo.
as far as I'm concerned, she's the one who married for money. That's smart, all right? Listen, she had to work hard to get that. Seducing men is difficult. I should know, because I am one. Oh, lots of shade. I know. I'm so mean. Oh. But yeah, those two absolutely hate each other. I'm here for it. I'm in the middle. I'm enjoying it. Alright. Time to put on the fucking cat suit again.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice warm welcome for our newest dancer, all the way from Aix-en-Provence, France, Punchy LaRue!
That's painful. That was painful. Please don't do that again. Single man clapping. This isn't creepy at all. It's so bad. It's a terrible name. Like, shit! Fuck off! That was too slow for you?
Good job, Punchy. Here's your tips.
Did I just get like $2? Oh, and they just dump me outside. Leave. Get the fuck out. All right, one more time. Yeah, this is what the Europeans love, I guess. Is this what Americans think Europeans like?
How about a nice warm welcome for our newest dancer, all the way from Aix-en-Provence, France.
You already said that.
LaRue.
Hey, I'm working on establishing my cred. These intros are way too long. No credit? Maximum overdrive, baby. Groundbreaking stuff. There we go. All right, that was 32 euro. That's not fucking bad. I'll take it. Oof. That's yeah. So that was yeah, I don't know how I would feel about going to a club that did that. I would probably leave and probably demand my money as well. Just saying. I just don't know that that would, you know, inspire me to want to stay in the building. Or a city that would, you know, want that kind of establishment. It's just, Wait a minute. I just remembered something. Back to Nascosta. Nascosta. Also, yeah, we're not wearing the fucking... I need sunglasses. No, put it down. You know, I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Now, dressed a little more cute. A little less frump. I don't know, I don't like that skirt. Or that top that she was wearing either, to be honest. It's the least bad option. But anything beats that catsuit, you know.
Looks like I'm going to have to pick this lock somehow.
Huh, it's almost weird, like you should have some kind of implement that would allow you to pick a lock very easily in your thing. Very 2006, oh my god. Very that, you are not wrong. Time to pick some locks. We've done this before, right? Picking locks is like basic sleuthing here. Nancy knows what's up. Like, she knows. keep hitting it until the door falls apart. Nailed it. Shit. Feed the pigeon. Feed the pigeon with what? I'm an idiot. Give me a second.
Signora, ma come mai a Venezia?
Feed the pigeon with pigeon food, which they just give you. That's not weird. I gotta pick it again? Yes, I do, in fact. They change every... I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. I thought I just locked it again. I was gonna be so mad. Pigeon's like, what the fuck is that? Here. Good enough? I know, right? Asking for trouble, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Bongo's coming back!
Hide in the cabinet. Hi. I know, right? I just picked the door.
Vieni qui, piccioncino, vieni. Vola.
I mean, when you got a sad office like this, I don't know. I would find coffee elsewhere and not... Ooh, interesting. Anything else incriminating here, maybe? London School of Applied Technologies. Certificate of Merit in Digital Data Storage and Transfer. You can copy files. Okay. What the phone though?
Read this.
Oh, honey. That's not what that said. It did not say Master of Computer Science, but okay, sure. I have to run that one by me again. I did not get all that again. Although, if I remembered enough of it, I could do it. Do, la, fi, so, do. Do, do, so, so. Mi, do, do, so, so, mi, fa, re, fa, da, da, fa, re, C? Da, 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 da. Re, do, la, fi, so, do. Do, do, so, mi, fa, re. Re, la, si, re, do. Do, ti, do. Re, la, si. Ne. Re, la, si, Where did you see from? I'm confused. Okay. I mean, it's not movable do, so at the very least it's that. So I'm gonna. I'm sorry, and it's not fixed do, so I don't know that I could take that. To give you a quick little overview. Everyone knows the solfege system to some degree because you've watched Sound of Music. You know, do, a deer, etc. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. What we practice in the United States is primarily known of what's called movable do. So if the key is in C major, do is C, and then re would be D, and mi would be E, you know, and it would continue on like that. It would be the key of C major, and do would be C. If we were in A major, for instance, do would then be A. It doesn't matter what key you're in, the tonic, the center note, would always be do. In fixed do, which is often practiced in a lot of European conservatory systems, do is always C. It's always C, which means that if you are, and this is where some naming conventions in a lot of classical music come from. So, you know, a piece in re would be a piece in D. You know, sonata in re minor is a sonata in D minor. You know, you often didn't really see anyone saying piece in do, though, which is strange. Now that I think about it. Anyway, the whole point being that fixed do systems are hard for me in my American conservatory brain to wrap my head around because to me, do is always the tonic, not C. Anyway, so what's confusing and what the thing you probably didn't understand in the song that we just heard when it came to the solfege, because it goes beyond just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There's also the steps in between. So, you know, do would be C, re would be D, but what is C sharp? C sharp would actually be D, actually, you know, do, di, re. And then D sharp would be re, so do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, so si, la, li, ti, do. If you're going down, though, it's different. So if you're going up, it would be considered C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C. But if you're going down, you actually consider it like it's flats, right? It kind of all depends on where it's going. So if you're going down, it would then be C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, D, D flat, C. That would be do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. So you've already got a re. You don't do re twice. You do re, ra, do. So the same note, you know, in that case, then C sharp is also D flat, and depending on whether you're treating it as a D flat and that it's going down, or C sharp and it's going up, depends on which solfege you use for that. So the reason I point that out is because in this we have C, which is essentially, in this case, if we're calling it C major, it would be G sharp, which it is. So it is correct. And I don't know why my brain was so focused on that. There's also a Fi in here. That's F sharp, going up into G, sol. So I don't know if I could do this at the top. Do, re, mi, do, mi, re, do, si, la. Si, do, si, do. Yeah. Mi, re, do, si, la, re. That sounds wrong. Da, da, do, yeah. Mi, re, do, si, la, re. It's too low for me. Mi, re, do, si, la, re. A little slightly better because I'm not warmed up. Re, do, la, fi, so, do. So in that case, it's actually a little bit of mixing, modal mixing in that particular point because we're taking F sharp. It's not normally in the key of C major in this. Mi, so, do, mi, do, so, fa, re, re. Mi, do, so, fa, re. That doesn't make sense. Re, la, si, re, do. Oh, listen to it again, make sure I wrote it down right. Re, do, la, fi, so, do. Mi, do, so, mi, fa, re. I thought I missed one. Thought I missed one. Mi, do, so, fa, re. Yeah, that. Re, do. Anyway, enough of me and solfeggio music stuff. Thank you for the follow, Shy Leviathan, by the way. I did not forget, and I didn't miss it. I just was very laser focused in that moment, it seems, on this very niche particular issue, again, that I have far too much training in. And I had to dust off some really fucking old stuff there, like, let me tell you, I haven't used solfege skills in a long ass time. Overly focused. Overly. Huh. Weird. It's not letting me into the computer even though... Alright, well. That's useful. Ah! Baby.
Looks like some cards are missing.
Go? Later. Not now. Too early. Oh, hey, we know this. Oh, it works exactly like the one from the 1930s. How weird. Find you here, in this place. In his spare non-crime time. Seriously, though. Like, sir, get some help. Oh, shit.
Wrong.
Oh. You are asking me to remember what the pigeon looked like. It had a green thing. I remember, oh, and it's gone. Beautiful. Amazing. Awesome. Oh, hello. Scotland Yard, Justin Matthias Beaumont, aka Colin Baxter, born in Oxford, England, 8th of September 1981, so he was correct about that. Graduated from University of Oxford with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Oh, a BFA, okay. May of 2001, while painting a fresco at the country home of Jonas Lundqvist in October of 2004, Beaumont stole a painting by Renoir worth £7,500 from Lundqvist's private collection. £705,000. It's only like, what, $15,000? How big is it? Renoir? 15 grand. Okay. Incredible convenience, I know, right? Painting was recovered. Beaumont pleaded guilty, served 1 year at Asheville Prison, moved to Venice, Italy in April 2006, works as a private contractor creating and restoring frescoes and mosaics, seen on at least one location, playing cards. Pietro Mazzola, black market art dealer with ties to Forma Macchiano, theft ring, to date, no other known infractions. Well, I mean, he isn't stealing things, so... Oh, what's this? There's more. I'm not going to try and translate that, not at this point in the night. Casa de Giochi received a request for a temporary employee and recommended a star pupil, Samantha Quick. I understand you are currently involved in a project, therefore I'll send your way sometime after Carnival, so that you may recognize her. Samantha will be wearing a red dress, white gloves, black sunglasses, and has blonde hair. Send details on her Swiss account for payment at a later date. Hortense Envidad. Let's keep going.
Looks like that's it.
Oh, no more trash. Nancy dumpster diving was fun.
Ma no, che fantasma.
I have to figure out which one of these randomly generated pigeons is the correct one. Oh boy.
Wrong bird.
Fuck. How long do I have to do this?
Oops, try again. Gotcha.
Oh, hey. That was luck.
Oh, what kind of message is that? I'd better call Sophia.
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
After it left Fongo's, it flew to Campo Santa Margarita. It landed right next to this place called Casa de Giochi.
Casa de Giochi.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa de Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he fences stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. If Fongo is working for the Phantom, perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa de Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza if you can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. If Fongo was sending a message to Tazza, maybe it's hidden there.
A microdot, of course. I'll do that. I'll find a microscope and take a look at it.
If I do not hear from you, you will hear from me.
I like that Nancy actually knows what a microdot is, though. That's great. What's the fastest way to get back there? Is this right? No. No, Santa Maria Formosa, that's right. She just walked in a giant circle around Venice. Don't have enough for that. Shit. It's not gonna look good. Come on. Alright, hold on. Fine, make me dance for money. Still don't understand why she can't just come with more money in her purse. Ah, fuck, I need the costume. God damn it, I forgot again.
Another package?
Chocolates. Huh. Gift for Il Dottore. Interesting.
And I want you both to know that I am very sorry if that American girl is bothering you. It was not my idea for her to stay here, believe you me.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I shouldn't listen.
Shouldn't?
Doesn't bother me.
Shouldn't?
In fact, I rather like her.
But I'm going to anyway.
This is because
That's it, girl.
at her time on the roof bothering me. She's always up there looking at buildings through binoculars. She says she wants to be an architect.
Well, if she wants to learn about architecture, she's certainly come to the right city.
Not wrong.
The Restoration Council has finally responded to our plans for renovating the shower area. Would you rather get upset now or later?
Please, later, I just ate. Anyway, I apologize for the trouble she makes. If she bothers you, you tell me and I will tell her.
Oh, she's fine.
She's quite fine, actually.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
She's just a petty bitch. And immediately Nancy walks in. Hi. I definitely wasn't right outside, don't worry. I didn't hear everything you all just said. Don't worry. No worries at all. Okay. Gotta go earn your keep, sweetie. There is one thing I want to do before I go to bed. I'm trying hard to make it happen as quickly and efficiently as possible. Fortunately, it involves more dancing to get more money, to get more costumes, so I can go into a place, make this happen. Hopefully I can just nail it.
Madame LaRue.
See, Madame LaRue sounds way better than Punchy LaRue. Just saying. It does unfortunately sound a little bit like a Charles Dickens character, but was not prepared for that. Nailing it, baby. You go, girl. Kick that ass, or not, as the case is. None of these dances do much of anything, so. Shit, I forgot. I'm like, why is that flashing at me?
Good job.
Bravissima. Give me my fucking money. Okay. In costume still. Just not gonna even bother changing at this point. And did we need those? Not really. But I was gonna buy it anyway. Punchy LaRue solves a mystery. Not far off, just a U instead of the O, and then you got it. That was basically it, though. Am I supposed to be doing this? No. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Oh, I need sunglasses. How about the sunglasses? Oh, wait. Point toe pumps, baby! We need sunglasses. Fortunately. Turn off the tracker. Not important. I have 16 euro. Hopefully that's enough to buy a pair of sunglasses. Perfect. 5 euro. Ugh. You guys are making me work again? Why? Better be worth it.
This looks interesting.
Why? Oh, he's receiving a message. Okay. Seriously, Luigi absolutely deserves some compensation for the fact that he's ferrying people around the city for free and faster than any other gondolier.
Okay, have I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes to my equipment. No one touches it but me. And now, you. I trust you, Nancy. Please, be my guest.
Not gonna bring up the criminal past, and also just the fact that you've got this blatant fucking crush on me, so we're just gonna keep moving on. Here we go. Il Dottore requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556. Interesting. Several things.
You have examined the microdot the pigeon was carrying.
No idea why it's English.
The message, which was written in English, said, Il Dottore
She points it out at least.
requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556.
Il Dottore?
Yes, which is really interesting because in his office, Fongo has a poster of Commedia dell'arte masks. He's crossed out all but 5 of the masks, and among the ones that aren't crossed out are the Brighella mask.
The mask the Phantom wears.
Right, and the mask for Il Dottore wasn't crossed out either. And it was in the middle, like it was more important than the others. And when I went back to the place where I'm staying, a box of chocolates had just been delivered for someone named Il Dottore, which means it's very possible that Il Dottore is one of the people at the Canoscosta.
Perhaps Fango and the Phantom and whoever else they are working with.
She's having this conversation right outside the front door to the house.
This would make it easier to secretly communicate with each other. And if that's true, perhaps those chocolates are a message of some kind. And if Il Dottore was at the center of that poster you saw, perhaps the person the message was meant for is the ringleader.
Just what I was thinking.
Here is what we will do. I will have a technician hide tracking devices in objects these people are likely to carry around with them. Then, when we know which of them is Il Dottore, we will activate the appropriate device and be able to follow him.
Awesome. Let's see, Helena's always writing, so for her I could plant a bug in her pen maybe. And Margarita is always sunning herself, so you could hide a bug for her in a sunglasses case. But for
Read him to filth.
Colin, you could bug a mosaic tile. You know, a tessera.
He's likely to carry a mosaic tile on his person.
If it's from me, he will.
There it is! The man is wrapped around your finger, Nancy. She has a talent for these boys.
Hide in the pen, then leave them for you in the Banca dell'Oro ATM. You should give them to each person as soon as you get them.
Will do. Keep your fingers crossed.
My fingers are always crossed.
How do you type anything? Oh, do I have to call her again to be like, hey, there was a thing?
I'm pretty sure Fongo sent his trained pigeon out with another message. Do you want me to track it?
No. Perhaps Tatsa sent the pigeon back to him saying he never got the first message, the one we intercepted. So perhaps Fongo is sending the first message again. If we intercept this one too, it could make them suspicious.
Okay by me. Just thought I'd let you know. Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. Just crossed fingers and just was like every single time. Completely unnecessarily handicapping herself in that moment. Come on. Just want one. So desperate to make this happen. Especially because I'm going to be away from the game for like a whole week. Okay, we've got the disguise ready. Let's go. Oh, you're about to miss the best part. Oh no, I didn't go fast enough. Huh. Come on. Come on. Let's move, Nancy. House of Games. Game House.
What is your name?
Samantha Quick.
You are early, but please come in. Enrico is at the Scopa table.
Scopa! I'm so excited about this. I am tired and I want to go to bed, but I will stay up for this.
Benvenuta Venezia.
I'm sorry, but if it's all right with you, I'd prefer to speak English.
Of course, whatever you wish. What a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting you until after Carnevale.
Is that a problem?
Oh, of course not. The sooner you get to work, the sooner we will be compensated. So, you're not only young and attractive, but enthusiastic as well. Tell me more about yourself, Samantha.
I'd rather just get down to business. Because frankly, telling my life story to someone wearing a mask is just a little too freaky for me.
I understand. Besides, having
basically, yeah.
Before, I would have no
teenager
way
stuff.
of knowing if what you tell me is a lie or the truth. I always wear the same costume for Carnevale. Why? Because I'm a very superstitious man. I believe that always doing things a certain way brings good fortune. For instance, I never discuss business with anyone unless and until that person beats me at the game of Scopa. Are you familiar with the game?
Am I familiar with the game? Am I familiar?
But it's been a while since I played.
Just to be safe, I will review the rules of the game as we play it here at the Casa de...
All right, you gotta sit through the rules, don't you?
4 suits in a Scopa deck. Coins, cups, swords, and clubs. Each suit has 10 cards. 7, the most valuable card. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ace. There are also 3 face cards. Valet, Knight, King. When you are taking tricks during the game, each card is worth what it says, with a Valet worth 8, a Knight 9, and a King 10. However, for scoring at the end of the game, 7s are the most valuable, followed by 6s, aces, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, then all face cards. For scoring, these are called primes. To play the game, 3 cards are dealt to each player, then 4 cards are placed face up in the play area. If 3 kings appear, the cards are redealt. The player who did not deal the cards goes first. When it is your turn, you must play 1 card and 1 card only from your hand. Now, you have a 2, and there is a 2 in the play area. So you will play your 2 and take
a trick.
I discard a valet worth 8. You cannot make a match, so you discard your 3. I discard a 2. Now, because you have a knight in your hand, which is worth 9, and there is a 6...
The 7 and the 2.
6 plus 3 equals 9.
Or 7 plus 2,
And you take a trick.
which is more valuable.
Ace, and because we are both out of cards, I deal us both 3 more cards.
Bad play.
Ah, you have a 7 in your hand. You also have an ace, which is worth 1, a 4, and a 2 in the play area, which add up to 7.
But
there's also a 7 in the play area. So, which do you match with your 7? The 3 cards that
The
add
7.
up to 7, or the 7? The rules say when presented with such a choice, you
there's
must
no choice.
by collecting the single card. And so, you match your 7 card with the 7 card in the play area.
There's no way to skip this.
I make a match with the valet and take a trick. You have yet another 7 in your hand. Now you match it with the ace, the 4, and the 2 and take a trick. And since you have taken the last card in the play area, you say Scopa!
Scopa!
We continue to play by discarding and taking tricks until all 40 cards have been played. At that point, we count the points we have won by taking tricks and getting Scopas. The first person to get 11 or more points wins. If no one has 11 or more points, the deck is shuffled, the other person deals, and we play another round. Are you ready to play?
Let's go.
You bet.
I've been waiting all week for this. Let's see how I do in my first round in quite a while. Ooh, I get a 7 right off the bat. Ooh, but I can't do anything with it. I've got 3s though. I will take that. You just gave me a 7, baby. Alright, what else do we got here? Well, I got a 9. And another 7. Fortunately, I can't do anything with that. I've got a 6 and a 5. The 6s are slightly better, but then he gets a Scopa, and that's unfortunate. Shit. Base cards aren't worth a lot, but... And I can't. I was hoping maybe I could do something with it. Unfortunately... But I get a Scopa. Eat it. Eat it. Oops, 7 on the board. I get a Scopa and a 7. Ooh. This is not going well for this man. Not going well. There's nothing I can do. And that's the end of that.
We've played all our cards. I took the last trick.
I took the last trick. So the way he says that is just ingrained in my brain.
For having the most tricks. You get 1
Naturally.
for having the most coin cards.
Naturally.
You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
Naturally.
No points for you.
Now, let's add up what each got and see who got the highest number of primes.
Oh, that'd be me.
Tricks. So you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
Already halfway there. Oh, that's so nice. I know, right? I'm just destroying this man. Damn. God. Pretty solid start, but I can still falter. Like right there. Yeah, nothing to be done there. Okay.
Scopa!
Oh. Yeah, we said that, but now he's kicking my butt. Not a good start here. Having that
Scopa.
dealer's advantage is kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. The 6s are more worth more. I have a 10. There's a 7 and a 3 on the board, so Scopa. Bitch. Okay, we can make a comeback. It will happen. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with any of that.
You took the last trick.
Oh, okay.
You get all the cards left on the table.
There's no way he's winning with this.
You get 1 point.
But I don't think I'm going to win either.
You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the 7 cards. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable primes, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas.
I am 1 point away from winning. Single point. And I could have this, but no. Oops, come on. So very close. Painfully close. And now 1 is tricky business, because he can do that. Damn. All I gotta do is win 1 point and then I win, dude, so give up. Just give up. Make it easier on both of us. Walk away. Give in. I can do math. Damn.
Scopa.
Bullshit. That's not Scopa, that's bullshit. You are not turning this around on me. Not at the last minute. Not on this day. Stop taking all my stuff! No! Oh, it's gonna take all my stuff. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I can take something. Oof. Still not great.
I took the last trick, so I have all the cards remaining on the table.
That was a rough round.
No points for me.
Yeah. There we go.
Having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the
The
7.
way he says it, he's such an asshole.
Each card is worth, and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks.
So I win.
And lastly, we score the Scopas. You won. And because you beat me, we can finally talk business. I have a client who desires the Sad Al-Melek sapphire.
He's literally a criminal. You were not wrong.
Of course.
The Sad Al-Melek is said to be the largest and most beautiful star sapphire.
Feign ignorance, Nancy. You're undercover.
As you probably know, its current owner is a man named Vladimir Thanatos.
After the Greek god of death?
Guarded by one of the most sophisticated security systems ever devised.
That's not
Someone
concerning.
with your youthful energy and talent will find stealing it a challenge. Which is why I suggest you contact Gina as soon as possible.
Gina, good idea.
The more time you give her, the more details on the system she will be able to give you. There, business is over. Back to pleasure. Do you have time for another game of Scopa?
No, I'd better get going.
Good luck, Samantha. As soon as you have the sapphire, bring it to me.
Okay. Now we're done. Now I have to go to bed. It is now 11:20 at night. I'm going to hit the save button. I'm going to go ahead and swap my sources over. Here we go. Woo! I'm so glad we got to do a little bit of Scopa in there. The last thing that I want to show you is just teeny tiny little clip from since we did play a little bit of the what's it called? The dancing game. Let me just pull up what should have been some of the music. Why am I doing it on YouTube? I have my own playlist. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. And I have to scroll through like 10 games. Here we go. Okay, and I put you... There it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn on... You're just gonna play a little bit of this, because I don't know how much I can get away with, but like... This is what was supposed to have been in the club, almost certainly. Like, the little dance is time to dance is a little cheesy, but like... This is a solid house track. Like, this is not bad. So that's all I have to say. Like, that's what we could have had, and it's not what we got, obviously. Anyway, that is it for a stream. I have to do a quick little sign off because I am tired and need to go to bed and have to get up early in the morning to go to work. So we will not be streaming on Tuesday. I want to make that super extra clear. We will be streaming again next Thursday, so a whole week away. I'm going to be camping over the weekend and through the first half of next week, so I won't be available on Tuesday. I won't be streaming that day. So we will finish, hopefully. We will continue, I guess we'll say, Phantom of Venice next Thursday, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, right here. So, or Eastern, whatever it is. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So thank you all for joining me tonight. It was certainly a ton of fun. I had a great time hanging out with you all tonight. The last couple of streams have been like just so fun, so chill. I love having you all here, so thank you so much. I want to start by thanking my subscribers. Thank you so much to the support that you can give the channel. It means a whole lot. If you do want to subscribe, you can hit that button down below. And if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you actually get one free Twitch subscription. And if that would be me that you would give it to, I would be very grateful, but completely understand if you've already got someone else, so that's fine. Thank you as well to my followers, especially my new follower. Thank you so much, Shy Leviathan, for showing up. Welcome to the channel family. So glad to have you all here. Thank you so much for the support that you're able to give the channel. If you hit that follow button down below, you get notified when I go live. If you want notifications ahead of time, you can follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram and on Twitter. I am also on Blue Sky as at BostonTrophyWife.bsky.social. If you are on that platform. The best place for all of these stream announcements, however, is my Discord. That's over here. I've also linked that in the live chat. You can click on that and you'll be given an invitation to my live Discord, to my Discord channel. It's a fun, nice little place. It's very supportive. We share stuff we're working on, just little projects. I know Ragnarok's been doing a lot of great knit work recently. I don't know if it's actually knitting, though, so I'd want to hold back from saying knitting. But it looks really cool. And we share recipes, we talk about the games we're playing, games we're going to play. That's also where I post things like polls and look for suggestions for games that I should play on the channel. So right now, obviously, we're in an Nancy Drew playthrough, but once we're done, it will very much be up to you and me. And so I definitely want to give you all a say in what you get to see on this channel, and the best way to do that is through the Discord. So definitely check that out if you're interested. I also have a stream archive over on YouTube. That's all the way over there. BOSTrophyWife, same username as the rest of these. That is my entire stream archive going back to the beginning of when I started streaming many years ago at this point. So definitely check that out if you're all interested. I started with an NSG series, so you can check out what I thought about it back then and compare it to now if you would like to. Just saying. But that is also pretty much up to date, and this stream will be up there in a couple of days' time. So definitely check that out if you're at all interested in watching those older streams. And then finally, I am no longer accepting donations through Ko-fi, but I am accepting donations for a GoFundMe. I am currently looking to help fund a surgery later this year in October for gender, I don't know, affirming, I guess. I haven't really thought about a word that I particularly like. Confirmation is sometimes used. I don't really like that one. Affirming feels kind of weird, but it's closest. So anyway, So I will be seeking surgery in October. I am going to have it covered by my insurance, so there's at least that. But I am looking to try and cover some other costs. It is not going to be in my state, so there's going to be some costs associated with that, making sure my care team is ready. I do have a deductible. All that fun stuff needs to kind of be taken care of. So if you are, we already did amazing. Like we've already hit over 2.8 thousand, 2,800, which is amazing. It's almost so close to my goal, which is, I just never thought I would get that kind of money this quickly. I thought it was going to be months until I was done with that. But if you're able to donate, thank you so much for the support that you're able to give. If you can't donate at this time, if you could share, that would also mean a lot as well. So thank you so much. And that is our stream. I think we covered everything. So much to say at the end of these things. Anyway, thank you all for joining me again for Phantom of Venice. I'm so excited to play this game. I've been thinking about it all week long, so thank you all for joining me and staying late. Have a great night, and I will see you all soon. Have a great night, have a great weekend, have a great week, since I will see you next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. for more Phantom of Venice. Take care, everybody. Mwah.